Celebrity MasterChef Final Special, who will take the crown?
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Celebrity MasterChef finalists, Ulrika, Jonsson, Angellica and Dev Griffin. Ahead of the nail-biting climax, the trio took time out to sit back, relax and talk about tarts, balls and porn and what makes them believe they deserve to win the title. Watch the final tonight at 8:30 p.m. on BBC One. Ulrika Jonsson best and worst judges comments. John said my clafetus pudding was fantastic, but when he saw undercooked rack of lamb he said, I can't eat that. What will you never cook again? I made a wedding cake for my brother and it just didn't work. I went through 54 eggs. What saucy innuendos were there? When I made meatballs, Gregg said, my balls were dry. How rude. What did you make of Gregg's infamous sex faces when he tastes the food? You would make faces if something is amazing. How has MasterChef changed you? I now go to bed with cookbooks, that's my porn. My husband doesn't understand how I can sit and read a recipe. Why do you deserve to win? I've taken risks and I have pushed myself. If your life were a dish, what would it be? Mine would be a bowl of risotto, slightly lemony and tangy with a bit of a kick. Which is best? Food or sex? It depends how long it lasts. And it depends on what age I am when it's happening. Determined, Ulrika Jonsson has pushed herself through the show. Dev Griffin best and worst judges comments. The best were for my ganache tart. The worst was Grace Dent saying she wouldn't feed my shiitake mushrooms to a dog. What will you never cook again? I never want to see eclairs again nor anyone handling choux pastry. My eclairs were flat. What saucy innuendos were there? Gregg did tell me, get your tarts out. He would say lots of jokes to boost morale. What did you make of Gregg's infamous sex faces when he tastes the food? I didn't realize. How has MasterChef changed you? This was out of my comfort zone and I worked hard and made the final. I will now apply this to other things I do. Why do you deserve to win? It's the first thing I've ever taken seriously in my whole life. But we have all worked really hard to be here. If your life were a dish, what would it be? Probably a bowl of Lucky Charms cereal. Which is best? Food or sex? It depends who is doing both. Nightmare, Dev Griffin never wants to see eclairs again following his disaster on the show. Angellica best and worst judges comments. They said my fish and chips were perfect but claimed my roast apple tart was style over substance. What will you never cook again? Those chocolate mousse cakes. They said it tasted nice but looked a bit unsure. They stressed me out. What saucy innuendos were there? Lots. I just laughed a lot at other people too. What did you make of Gregg's infamous sex faces when he tastes the food? I didn't know. Poor man. How has MasterChef changed you? It's boosted my confidence. It's taught me to take positive and also negative criticism. Confident, Angellica Bell claimed the show has boosted her self-confidence. Why do you deserve to win? I put 150% into this. But there are loads of people in this contest who could have been in the final. If your life were a dish, what would it be? Mine would be carrot cake or banoffee pie. Which is best? Food or sex? It depends on how long it takes to cook.